Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always I see when our Lord say this. L-Deez, also known Lawrence the One, for another episode I Need to Know with my motherfucking homie, man. Introduce yourself, G.
ST Spittin to be exact. Flow is always fire. The chronic is never whack. What's happening, L-Deez?
What's up, dude?
I'm good, man.
So, I like to ask everybody where they got their name from, so shoot.
Oh, man, you know, ST. My homie Marky Bro actually gave me the nickname ST. And I posted a video on YouTube just saying ST Spittin. Like, I was just saying ST rapping. It could have been, you know, anything. But Mr. Fab actually had christened my name. Like, he didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? He might have heard this story a couple times now, but somebody asked me to rap for him, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. And they was like, go, ST Spittin hit. And I was like, that's not my name, bro. That's just the YouTube video that I post. Like, ST was spitting, you feel me? And I spit for Fab, and he fucked with it. He was like, ST Spittin, huh? And my partner, he looked at me like, and I was like, yep, ST Spittin it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I love to do these background checks of where motherfuckers get their name from because we come with all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. And people don't know that, you feel me? And at the time, you know, Fab being bigger homie and I just started rapping, that was like the christening that you want. Being from the North, it was like, ooh,
for sure. You know,
so, you know,
you got your shit from the Ice God. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even know, but I was like, you know, Fab gave me that name. Yeah. But, you know,
but it's all
shout
good.
out to Fab.
Yeah, shout out to Stanley Petey Cox. You know what I'm saying? In the new dope era L-Deez, the store that's going to be opening up. But yeah, though, before we get too into it, you know, this is also sponsored by... What is this shit? Shanae, all natural shea butter. Ain't that something? So get your greasy ass, get all oiled up, and if you want a massage, somebody's going to have the hot hand. So what's up, man? Speaking of merchandise, this food done bought me some footwork socks. That's the name of your shit, right? Footwork?
Yes. Footwork. Yeah, just a little something, you feel me? Some socks, some shorts, a shirt. You know, just, you know, show my appreciation, man. I've been wanting to come up here, so I know I couldn't come empty-handed.
Gotcha. Thank you for the 3X, because I'm getting a little bit chunky lately. You know, I was a vegan and shit like that. Then I started eating them honey buns and shit like that. So I done put up on a couple of pounds. I was at the club and shit like that, pulling out honey buns, drinking a non-alcoholic beer. They was like, this nigga gone.
Passing old dudes. Nah, you tripping.
For sure. So you got a lot going on, man. You got the merch. You got the music. Let's just start with the music because I'm sure that's where it all started. How old were you when you first started rapping? How did you get started?
Man, you know, this shocked a lot of people. Well, I mean, I didn't start off rapping like at an early age or nothing. Like, I started doing it in college. You feel me? Like, it was a business opportunity. Like, I ain't no historian, hip-hopper or nothing. Like, I mean, that part developed the older I got. But, like, fresh starting out, I was in a dance group. Shout out to the Animaniacs. You feel me? It was the first people to coin turf dancing, you feel me, out here in the town. That's a whole nother life story. But you feel me, I was doing that first. And so, you know what I'm saying, stuff just kind of spiraled off, I guess.
Well, you know what? I never knew that. So I think this is the opportunity. We could just talk about that then.
Yeah, people didn't know. I mean, if you know, you know, but man, yeah, I got layers to this entertainment shit, you know, turf dancing, hitting it, fucking with it, you know what they used to call it. You know, I went to Oakland Tech. That was like the school, man. When I went there, everybody was dancing. Shout out to Dage, man. Like, he was.
Shout out to Dage Digital. Ain't he an architect? Was he an architect?
We got, you know, shout out to Dage because we got the same entertainment like lineage. You feel me? Just we both was architects, Animaniacs. Then he started DJing in Shmopping life, and it was like, you know, I got used to touring with him for years and stuff. So it was dope. One day, just looking back, like, bro, we really been knowing each other for forever, like.
Yeah.
And so, you know, shout out to Dage.
Yeah, shout out to Dage. He used to work with me and shit like that. That's like the young brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I met Cool John too. Like, dancing, bro. Like,
Cool John used to dance?
Yeah, so hella people don't even know this, bro. Like, it was a group in Richmond called The Main Event. And then out here in the town, you know, we had the Architects and the Maniacs. They both had the same manager. Shout out my guy Dorian, man. Dorian, he was managing them both. And I remember he used to tell me, man, you got to come to the Rich and mess with my guys. And I was so town back then. I'm like, I ain't about to go mess with no Richmond cats, man. And then I pulled up, and life done changed. You feel me? Like, I really realized that day one stuff, man, that where you from stuff, that stuff don't really matter at all. It's all about who got your best interest in heart. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it really come down to, because, you know, some of them people's my brothers for life. Like, for real, for real.
Yeah, you know what? The Bay has always been kind of like that. And I take a lot of pride in Oakland, California being the only place that is no Black, Crips, and Bloods, and really the whole Bay Area, to be honest. You know,
Man.
I take pride in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when they say birds of a feather flock together, it's like if you mess with these people, no matter where they from, then that's going to be your family. That's going to be your crew and shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Your street fam, your whatever fam. It's always that other side, you know, the fam that you know that the rest of your peoples don't. And you be like, oh, no, they good. They're my people.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, shit, I think of it like this. There's always more of your family that you don't know, that you'll ever meet.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, that's figuratively, like, man, you know, for me, that means a lot because, like, I had a bunch of family I met way later in life. Like, you know, Papa was a Rolling Stone, I guess, you know. Like, I had a sister I didn't even meet till I was, like, 13. You feel me?
Was she in Oakland?
Yeah. I went to high school with cousins that I didn't even know I was related to. Like,
Damn.
you know what I'm saying? Like, a bunch of stuff kicked off, like, you know, after my pops had passed. And, you know what I'm saying? I met cousins that I'm like, dang, I went to elementary with these people. Like, man, so yeah, I got hella family out here. Now I be trying to tell my daughter, like, you gotta meet everybody.
That's real. That's real. You fuck around and end up in the bedroom with your motherfucking on some Star Wars shit. Remember when Luke was trying to fuck Leia and then he passed her off to Han Solo? Nigga, that was his motherfucking twin sister, nigga.
He did the player, but he didn't give a fuck if his real sister. Oh, man. Oh, shit.
So you was dancing and stuff like that. Tell me about some of the highlights that you got out of dancing.
Oh, man, that was the introductory into the game. Like, that was the foundation. Performance, stage presence, off top, a work ethic, working with a team, working with a group, just performing pretty much. That was like just the foundation of performing. Like, after you dance in front of people, rapping don't mean nothing. Like, not don't mean nothing. My bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, like dancing is a little more personal. You feel me? Like, so it's like you could be thrown off and it can mess up your whole world. You know, to do that in front of people, like, rapping is easy. After doing that. Yeah.
You know it's crazy because sometimes I do stand-up comedy and shit like that, and stand-up comedy is harder than rapping.
I bet. I done dropped jokes on people before and be like, okay, that worked. And then be like, that didn't. Like, I lightweight thought about doing some comedy before. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got some written jokes that I try on people. So
You got, hey, shoot one.
No, I said I used to have.
Oh, okay.
Jokes, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing that's no good material right now. I think I'm more on sketch comedy. Like the shit we used to do, I loaded up type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more improvisational type shit.
That's dope. So what about the transition from the dancing to the music? How did that happen?
Man, honestly, shout out to the Federation. When we was Animaniacs, we was doing background dancing for them. And one night, Doom, I believe, the one, like, he used to do the stuff with a little chin piece. He was like, bruh, if y'all start rapping, you could open up for us. I'm like, for real? You know, so that's where I say the business opportunity came. I was a college student. I was like, all right. I went home and wrote a rap. And I'm like, I know my favorite rappers, you know, at the time was like Jay-Z, Big L, Asia Man. Like, you know, so I'm like, if I can make something that sounds good enough to compete with them, then it's got to be good. Yeah. I looked at it like a formula, like not even on no, like, you know, lose yourself in the moment type stuff. And so I tested it. I went back and I had to rap. Like, I was basically, you wasting your time debating ways you hating on my situation, but I'm anticipating the fakers and I'm waiting patient in the custom killing like Jason, causing fatalities to rappers whose speech is disgracing. The game you misplacing, you moving too fast, I'm steady pacing. But when I grab my pen and my pad, I'm speed racing. Been in trouble with the law like Anthony Mason, but stay free like the Emancipation, the Proclamation. But, you know, I was saying hella words and shit. I threw it in there, and that's my very first rap. And they was like, oh shit. It was like, you wrote that? I was like, yeah, is it okay? Like, is it cool? And it was like, yeah, that's dope. I realized it was just drunk talk about opening up and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that I'm older, too, I realized, like, and being part of the biz, like, that never would have just happened, go from background dancer to open up with a song, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you have nothing even recorded. So, you know, my expectations went up. But once you open that door, and people tell you good, like I
Yeah.
had to have a secret meeting with my homies. Like, hey, I rapped this for some people, and they said it was good, and they was like, nigga, you wrote this?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I got a couple more, and I let them spit in it. I spit it for them, and they was like, oh yeah, you could do this, and.
So let me press pause real quick and rewind a little bit. So what I'm gathering you say is that you never got to open up.
Like what you mean? Like
when he said that you could start opening up, did that?
oh
ever
no,
happen?
never. Nah,
Okay.
we just did some dancing.
Well, you know
we
what's
only
crazy
did
though?
dancing.
You know what's crazy?
We only danced.
You know what's crazy though?
What?
Had that motherfucker never said that, you probably wouldn't even be the motherfucker in front of you.
Exactly.
It was kind of like a motherfucker say, you know, if you go down here, then you could do this or something like that. You know, like a motherfucker say you a dream and then something else happened.
Exactly. And
That-
you know, I called him and thanked him for that because I had seen they was off Twitter. Instagram for a minute, and I had seen Doom post something, and I just I slid in his DM like, bro, I don't know if you remember me because it was so many years ago, and it was hell of us in a dance group, and I was like, bro, but you the reason I started rapping. And he was like, what? And he was like, I'll be seeing your shit. You doing some stuff. I'm like, I appreciate it, man. Just know I never would have took that leap of faith if I wouldn't have been tested.
Yeah.
So, you know, you never know what you could do. You feel me? Because, like I said, I didn't think about rapping. Like,
Yeah.
But it makes sense, though.
So what is the evolution of Shmop life?
Shmop life. Cool John. Shmop Fest. So it starts smacking, popping is what created the word shmopping.
Okay.
Some more off the fluke stuff. John literally on the phone. Cool John literally on the phone telling somebody, you got to get here to this party. It's smacking. It's popping. It's schmopping. Oh, shit. Schmop. Like, he literally came up with a word, freestyling some stuff. And then he just took it to the next level. Then we had the Schmop Fest. Like, we had probably like a good 16, 17 parties. All house parties in Richmond, some in Oakland, some Vallejo. Peaceful, too. People from everywhere. The best parties I ever been my whole life. Like, literally where one room everybody might be dancing, the next room is a smoke session.
Yeah,
So it'll be like whatever your vice is, you feel me? You can go back and forth. You know, the wall sweating in this room and then the smoke, you know, jumping off in the next.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Shout out to Cool John. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That's a
That's brother,
cool
man.
motherfucker, man.
Definitely. Toast to Cool John, man. Love, bruh.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna ask you, is he doing okay?
Yeah, man, John doing his thing, man. You know, hey, we all got a little scared, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't realize John dropped his album a year after he got shot. So
Yeah.
that was the anniversary. So, you know what I'm saying? I remember telling him, like, man, it's one thing you could be grieving, like, dang, you know, we could have lost our homie. It's a whole nother to see how you celebrate with just dropping a whole project, you know what I'm saying? To channel that into something. But the thing is, what people don't know is that he been thinking about Get Rich Die Schmopping a decade ago. John, the real life visionary, he be like, he know what projects he wanted to drop already.
Yeah.
So he just catching up to himself. So it's like, I was like, bruh, that's crazy. You finally about to drop Get Rich Die Schmopping, and it's right after you done got popped and all this.
Yeah.
Some people would think it's a gimmick or something.
No,
It's
I
like,
wasn't.
nah,
No
that's
gimmick.
him.
Where were you at when you heard that he got shot?
I was laying in the bed, man, with my girl. Probably been like 1 something in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That was the craziest call I ever got. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know, amongst a bunch of crazy calls I've gotten in my life, but that was like, woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna go into too much detail with that, but yeah, that was traumatic. That was traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Just happy you here now, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that was me.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though? Shout out to Cool John. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I'm glad he's up and running, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to ask you, what was your first project?
Man, my very first project was called Unclassified.
Okay.
Unclassified, a mixtape I dropped in 2010. It ain't on like no digital outlets or nothing. Like, yeah, I think it might be on a Lime Links, a throwback, like some old link. I think it was used to be up on Thizzler a minute ago, but it was used to be on one of them free sharing sites, like a Napster type something. I think Live Mixtapes or something. But if you could find it, like if anybody could find it, shit, send it to me because you know I'll be like, dang, it's hard to get that mug now. The content is kind of obsolete with the platforms that it was on. But yeah.
What is your biggest driving force in this music stuff? Like, what do you do it for?
Honestly, the sport.
Okay.
Like, it's fun. Like, it's fun. Like, when it stopped being fun, that's when I'll stop doing it. But, like I said, I didn't start out wanting to do it, so it was like it's like, you know, you develop a love for something. It's just like, you know, you meet a girl or something, you're like, I ain't tripping off her. Then all of a sudden y'all moved in, whatever. It's like, that's literally how this music stuff hit me, where it was like, I'll try to write a couple verses. Then, you know, people start telling you you nice, and then, you know, you drop a couple songs. And my first album, what really, really, really did it for me was I planned my very first song to be played on radio. And I was like I talked to God. I was like, at the time I was doing some of this and some of that, and I was like, if my song get played on the radio, God, I'll stop doing any bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just focus on this music stuff. And I had a song called Get Money, Plain Jane, and Young Barry featured on it. My homie Cal produced it, Mr. Know It. And I remember I just was like, man, this song is dope. The beat go, I'm gassing. Barry on it, he going. Plain Jane on it, that's a female who could rap. I'm like, how can you deny this? And I submitted it to Home Turf, and it won the votings. And
Yeah.
But what's crazy is it didn't get played at first. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Vine. Some stuff had happened back then where, you know, somebody else, the person who actually came in second, they played they stuff. And I was like, dang, I had to call up to the station a little bit and hassle a few people. And then like 3 weeks later, they played it. And it was like, dang, that was my introduction into radio play. Like, damn, I won a competition and didn't even get played. They was even like, yo, somebody is almost in number one. They didn't say like who was the number one. They just was like, someone's passing up I ain't gonna say the girl artist, but they was like, somebody's passing her up, rather than just saying I'm in front.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, I don't even know you. This is my first go around, and this how you gonna introduce me? So yeah, my first go around in the music was a little like dang, I got played by the DJ.
So you've been dealing with the politics a little bit early. Like, what are some of the other politics that you actually had to deal with just coming up, you know?
I mean, I try not to focus on politics, honestly, because I've been good. Like, I've been Gucci. Like, I dropped that song a minute ago because it was for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm an Oakland cat who done made a living with a bunch of people from Richmond and San Francisco and other places, you know what I mean? So, like all that where you from stuff, like I was saying, and all certain politics, like I know certain stuff I never dabble in. Like I know my lanes. Like I'm from the hood, but I ain't no street cat. You feel me? Like it's shit that I ain't just gonna dabble in at all. And my street cats that I know what I'm on, and that's why they respect me. You feel me? Like so, the politics. I got a song I dropped called "Profit Over Politics." So that's where I look at it. Like because everybody can say what they want, but at the end of the day, it's always gonna be somebody from somewhere else, and they get money together. Mm-hmm. And it'll break everything that everybody had in the mold, what they were saying was supposed to not happen.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And how many albums do you got today?
Man, you know, with my footwork project that I just put out, that's my 20th project.
Your 20th project?
20th project.
Wasn't you fucking with A+?
From Hyro?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guy, man.
Man, talk about that album, and how did y'all link that up?
Wait, hold on. That didn't... Well, it didn't drop.
Oh, okay.
You know, but so you know some inside stuff, man. No, shout out to my guy A+, man. Shout out to everybody at Hyro. Shout out to DJ Torre, Tajay, Casual. Like, those my guys, man. Like for me, I feel like once I start taking this music rap shit serious, it's like you got the Shmop House on Seminary, then down the street on 50th you got the Hyro building, and I might be at the Shmop House all day. Then go rock with my OGs down at the Hyro building. Yeah. And it'll be like, I'll lead the Shmop House and go down there and be like, this is what we got to get to. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, think about ways to expound upon stuff, you know. But basically just when you see where you could be going and then where you at, all that perspective really helps. Like, you know what I mean? It take a lot of pressure off, but also realize you got to apply pressure too, you know, because, you know, this is some real longevity in this stuff, man.
Yeah. And you know what? That's great when you actually have people that you actually know that are actually doing something. Like, it's cool to have celebrities or people that are successful from a distance, but it always is really good when you have people that are successful around you, because now it's tangible and it doesn't seem so far away.
Yeah, that stuff really mean a lot, man. Like, you could think that it don't, but you'll look at your upbringing and, you know, like I said, I went to Oakland Tech. So Marshawn Lynch went there while I was going there, you feel me? Quentin Thomas, he won a national championship with North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? He went there. Mr. Fab was going there.
Yeah.
Leon Poe went there. He won a national basketball championship. These are all people that I know, you feel me, that I got a chance to be like, they came from the same surroundings or, you know, some of the same upbringing that I did. So that stuff be motivational. You know what I mean? And then you look in the hallways, you know, Ricky Henderson went to Tech, Clint Eastwood. You be like, man, I could do really whatever I want. You feel me? And then, like, you know, Jay Ant, that's my cuz. You feel me? Heck of people didn't know that. Like, we keep it tucked because I don't ever want to look like I'm on some coattail stuff. You feel me?
That's your cousin, though.
Yeah, but like, when I first got in the game, he had been established. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to make it look like I was trying to piggyback off nobody. You know what I mean? I never want to look like that because I know you water yourself down with branding. You know, I don't want to be like Diet Coke, you know, and he Coke. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like, I try to make sure my brand would stay separate.
I got to ask you a question real quick because I like talking about shit like that. Okay. Diet Coke is not watered down Coke.
Not watered down, but it's
a Safeway Select.
No, I mean, but no. I take that back. I might have said the wrong thing. So this book I'll be reading, 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. And they talk about line extension, how, like, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of stuff from successful products that worked and a lot that didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's the name of that book? Drop that shit real quick.
22 Immutable Laws of Marketing.
Let these motherfuckers know niggas
Dope
can read,
shit.
man.
And
you know?
22 and the 22 Immutable Laws of Branding. Get both of them. You feel me? I first stumbled upon them hearing Nipsey talk about it in an interview years ago. And I was like, I got to get on it. You feel me? Like, before he died, he was talking about it in, like, his
book collection.
Yeah,
Because I picked up one of the books called The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah, see, I got to get on that, bro. Yeah, see, you know what time it is. Man.
Yeah, for sure. You know, everybody, you know.
Now, that literature means something, man.
Yeah, for sure. We was just talking about branding, right? Because we was talking about, like, logos and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And how important they are. I have to ask you this question, though. What would you say is the most famous logo?
Off the top of my head, I'd probably say McDonald's.
I would say
Archers.
I would say McDonald's too, because McDonald's, right?
Gotcha.
Kids know how to say McDonald's before they can even read. McDonald's, mama, McDonald's, right. And be going crazy. Now, this is what I want to get to right quick because it's like a little deeper than that.
Let's go. Shoot.
Is the Holy Cross a logo?
Absolutely. It's one of that's the most recognized logo. Let me take that back. I said McDonald's. That logo been advertised since the beginning of time.
I know it make the most
McDonald's.
money.
Yeah. Church, the cross, absolutely. The most recognized logo. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, Christmas is a trip, right? You know, because when you think of Christmas, it got like a few different representations. You know, it could be the gold star at the top, the Christmas tree, the candy canes, the Holy Cross, the baby Jesus. I mean, they pushing a whole line. But guess what, though? You know why they put it in December?
Why?
Because they want you to spend your tax money in January, nigga.
And they want you for that Black Friday right after Thanksgiving. Yeah,
for sure. You know, it's crazy because I study marketing promotion, right? Okay. So I be
Okay.
So I tripped off this, right? Christmas starts the day after Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they don't want anything left. Now I'm about to ask you this question real quick right before I get back into your shit, right?
Gotcha.
So I write the movie Finding Nemo for Pixar.
Gotcha.
You work for Disney. I hand you the movie. Based on what the movie is about, what American holiday do you market Finding Nemo around so it can make more money?
If I had to choose, dang, what holiday for Finding Nemo? Color scheme goes into play. The mood, something watery, something, dang. I'm thinking sometime around summer, just because it's a water movie. You don't want to see nothing around like winter that's got to do with water and beach and heat and all that stuff. 4th of July, maybe?
No, Father's Day.
Father's Day. Okay, that's also when it's hot.
Yeah.
I get that.
The movie is about a father and how much he loved his son.
You know what?
That's what the movie is about.
You're absolutely right. Like,
because I took my son to see this shit.
I just thought too deep.
But you know what? The color scheme, though, I didn't even look at it like that. And colors do play a very pivotal role in shit like that. But you got to look at shit like that. Yeah, I took my son to see it. It's about how much a father loved his son. A clownfish with one fin will go through the whole ocean, even on land, to get his motherfucking son back. That's what the movie is about.
You know what's crazy? The industry didn't tell me up because about 5 years ago, I just would have said like, yeah, it's just about his son. Now I done got all this extra stuff in my head. I'm like, well, the colors, like.
Well, you know, sometimes you got to do that because you're actually marketing product.
Got you. My head is always in it. I feel so. Like.
How long you been doing your merch?
Man, you know, so footwork. This is something that I thought about in like 2017. I put out a project in 2018 called Footwork, and I had been thinking about it. And when I dropped the cover, I remember one of my partners like, bro, you gonna come out with some shirts for that cover? And I was like, yeah. But I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, thinking about it at first because I had some other shirts I was pushing, but, you know, for my label, Monsters, Inc., and they was selling, but in my head, I wasn't thinking like a full-fledged artist. Like, I used to be like, I'll just stick to music. I'll get to that part later. I'm not a fashion designer. But it took me later to realize all that stuff is part of the music biz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your look, your logo, it's all a 360, you feel me? Like, you got to have other ways to market yourself without people seeing your face. And so, boom, I just thought instantly, footwork, like, I mean, I'm going to take this and run with it.
Yeah,
you know what
definitely.
I'm saying? Because this is already what I'm on. It came organically, came naturally, and people was already asking for merch for it. So,
because at first, I saw Tower with this.
Yeah, shout out to Tower. That's my guy, man. You know,
But I thought
it was laced.
But I thought it was Towers. You know why?
Why?
Because back in the day, I don't know if you know this, but Towers' feet are big. And his turf name back in the day was Foots.
Oh, I'm going to have to hit him and chop it up about that. You feel me? Because I chop it up with Tower a lot. That's really bruh.
I met Tower like on the bus back in like 1997 in Eastmont. He said his name. Tower used to be chubby.
No, I seen some old pictures with the long dreads and all the shit.
No, before that, when he was bald-headed.
See.
And a lot of people don't know that Tower is one of the best freestylers in Oakland.
See, now I know about the bars.
Yeah.
You know, I know about that.
You know Lime Green, too? He's about a Lime Unstable.
See, I know his other brother. I know his little brother, the real.
Oh, yeah, I know
little
him.
big brother. You know
I mean, his god brother or best friend, Unstable.
Oh, see, I got to get put up on game. Because, you know, Ty my big homie, so it's still some people I don't know.
Yeah.
But nah, he keep me sharp, you know. Shout out to Tower, man. That's my guy. That's
so
one of
how
my
is,
advisors.
So how is this working for you?
Shit is working good, you feel me? Like, I got the paperwork done in, like, 2019.
Okay.
And I officially opened this year in February on my birthday. February 15th, you feel me, is when I released the website. And, man, it's been going good. You feel me? Like, COVID kind of put a lot of, it's a lot of hurdles that I didn't know that was going to be there. Yeah. That it's a lot of stuff with business, though, like that, where you project this, that, and the other, and everything could just go kaput. You feel me? And that's basically what happened with COVID dropped. It was like, oh, everything got delayed. Stuff just, you know what I'm saying, didn't turn out. Designs weren't how I needed them to be. So all that trial and error is a process, you feel me? All that, like, is what I kind of was dealing with most of 2020, you know what I'm saying, getting all the product ready.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, it was tedious. It was tedious. But what was the question one more time? Because I got a tendency to drift off when I'm loaded.
The question was, how was this working for you?
Oh, but yeah, it's working good. And so I got my very first pop-up, actually, this Saturday in Sacramento, you feel me? And I'm excited. I'm really excited, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been vending for a while. You know, shout out to Shop Creator. That's another business I worked with, you know what I'm saying? And you know, most of my peoples all do businesses and are entrepreneurs or artists, you know. Like you say, your surrounding, your circle. Like you say, what's the phrase? The phrase, look at your circle and, you know, the 5 people around you, that's probably going to dictate, you know, where you're going. So I'm feeling good seeing that most of my people's turning all into entrepreneurs. You know, already been doing Shmop life. I got a chance to see some of my friends, you know, turning millionaires. Like, you know what I mean? And watch them get the bag. Like, so it's a lot of stuff I've been fortunate to see and soak up. And I realize even if you got the exact same game and script as the next person, it don't mean it's going to work for you. So you just got to know what worked for yourself. Because I've been used to helping people build up their brands. And I love doing that. But it took me a while to get to my own. I don't know. And so I'm here now, so you feel me? I'm excited about it.
Well, you know I got to throw my show name in there because I got some advice that I need to say this. Well, I need to know, you know, as a question, I need to know, with everybody doing all this marijuana and stuff like that, have you dabbled and dabbled in that?
Well, that's actually very nice that you bring that up. You feel me? I mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing because I really do like be trying to just make sure stuff is on point. But I just got my LLC and started my footwork cultivation company where I'm working on some deals with a dispensary. Shout out to Mary and Joe. We got some stuff coming, and you know, you're gonna see some cannabis products coming out there.
Okay.
You're gonna see some legal cannabis dropping. You know what I'm saying? Projected by midsummer. Hopefully everything go right. Don't quote me on that, but I'm doing the paperwork behind the scenes right now. You know what I'm saying? To make sure. I don't want to speak on it too much. You know what I'm saying? But I am manifesting that it's all gonna go right. So I'm gonna speak on it enough.
So I gotta ask you a question. Say like I want to come up with a Lawrence's light green bomb. You know, I'm old, nigga, so I had to throw some old shit in there.
I mean, you seasoned, man.
So when I want to do a deal with dispensaries, do I have to grow this shit too?
No, not at all. You just got to make sure you do all your proper stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whoever grow it is whoever grow it, but how you package it, you know, white label it, the process you go through. You know, I don't want to talk about too much, you know, because I am a cannabis consultant, and you know what I'm saying? Some people do have to pay me for certain fees, for certain information, but you the bro, I got you.
Okay.
But I ain't going to get a whole world of the game because I have to pay for that for most of them.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, it's not as, a lot of people think it's way more complicated. And so I be trying to tell, like, my bros who fuck around, like, man, I got to be the spook who sat by the cannabis door because I'm watching cats, you know what I'm saying, literally who've been trapping their whole life, just get a little bit of paperwork, and now they doing both. Because some people get the misconception, like, I am not promoting the sale of illegal narcotics ever. But I'm going to just say this. Some people think that their lifestyle has to stop, you know what I'm saying, once they start doing, like, stuff legally. And I'm like, the market just opens up. If you're doing one thing and then you have an opportunity to make more money, easier, and more legit, why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah.
And so my whole goal is I want to show people how to walk through that door, you feel me? Because you could get it both ways. You know what I'm saying? You can get it. It's money out here. I'm seeing people jumping in this industry who never even smoked weed, who they got stuff that just be flying off the shelf.
How do you feel about, matter of fact, I need to know, right?
Got you.
Did you ever think that weed would be legal?
Yes, I did. I mean, I just knew it's like, why wouldn't it? Eventually, it would have to be. It just would have to be because you know how it is growing up out here, especially like the climate in Oakland. Even when it wasn't legal, we still walk around smoking it everywhere. You know, police ride by, you just hold the smoke in. You know what I mean? Put it down. Or they used to do the OG, stomp it out, where the police wouldn't even be tripping that much. Where, you know, I remember like taking a sack and then they rode off, and I just like pick my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the climate out here always been like, I knew it was gonna eventually get like that out here. But going other places, when I went to Denver, man, that's the only place I ever seen where it's more accessible than California.
Yeah, I heard about that. Wasn't that the first place that it became legal?
Mm-hmm. And man, it looked like it, cause it's like it looked like how it's a bunch of liquor stores and churches all next to each other out here. Man, that's how it is with the cannabis dispensaries. You just see them everywhere, like they all be in walking distance. Like, and it's just a different climate, man. They ain't tripping as much. You know what I mean? It's just like walking into a candy store. It felt like walking into C's Candy. Yeah, you feel me? And yeah, it was just a smoother transition. Now the dro wasn't as dope, not at all. But they had some good stuff. Shout out to Denver.
So I gotta. Speaking of weed, who was your favorite weed rapper?
Man, you know, ooh. When you put it in the category.
Hold on real quick. We got to give a shout out to the train. There it go. You know, that's that organic shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that is real, man. You gonna think about that stuff when you thugging it out. You know what I'm saying? Look back like, remember that? But no, weed rappers. I never thought about it as a category because I just like rock with artists, period. But since you posed the question, Devin the Dude, Currency, Wiz, cause that man, the weed culture is real, man. Like, it's real. It's real. Like, you really got to drop stuff for the weed culture. I had the pleasure of meeting Devin the Dude. You know, he came to the Shmopping house before, and man, that was an honor. That was my first biggest inspiration. Like,
what?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was
Devin the dude came to the Smop House?
Yeah. Like a couple years ago, man. Like I posted a picture on my Instagram with him before. He gave me some barbecue sauce that he had too. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, man. Some THC barbecue. But like, you know what I'm saying? He always just been one of my just inspirations. People act like Wiz was the first person to start talking about weed. And shout out to Wiz. You know, he rock with the Click, he rock with Oops and stuff. But it's like, come on, man, don't do Devin like that. Anybody who really know he been putting in work. You know what I'm saying?
Who you think the biggest weed rapper is?
Right now?
Of all time.
Of all time? Dang. I mean, I gotta say Wiz right now.
Over Snoop?
Oh, Snoop.
How you gonna forget?
You know,
how you gonna forget the Zag man himself?
My bad. That's like when you ask like who like the best NBA player is, and I don't say Jordan. It's like that's the given.
Yeah.
It's like my bad. You know, definitely Snoop is the MJ. Snoop is the Snoop.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Snoop is the.
You know what's crazy
weed
though
rapper.
about Snoop though? As popular as Snoop is, he doesn't have a main weed song.
You know, when I think about it, he don't have a weed strain either.
He don't know.
Unless it's something in LA that I don't know about.
Does he?
But you know, that's so when you say weed rapper, that's why I said Wiz, because he got a strain.
Yeah.
Because like, can you be considered a weed rapper if you ain't got no weed?
Yeah, because motherfuckers was rapping about weed when it was illegal.
True.
Like that was the whole hype. But think it just put, you know, part of rap culture is doing illegal shit.
Yeah. But you got people now who they'll rap about it don't even smoke. Like I know cats who talk about weed in songs that I ain't gonna air them out because we cool, but it'd be like, you don't even smoke. They just put it in the bars.
Yeah.
But you know, I guess people cap on a lot of stuff, so you know, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what was I gonna say to you? Oh, I was gonna ask you, you know what Philly blunts are, right?
Yeah, the Phillies, PH, the L. Yeah,
What-
man, I'm
what-
a Looney's fan. I know Phillies before I even know what they look like.
What rapper popularized Philly blunts?
Yuck mouth.
No.
When Yuck?
No.
Okay, see, you going on my head. You gotta remember I'm a little younger.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? But to me, Yuck was my first favorite Oakland rapper, too.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I used to hear my brother listen to the Loonies back in the day, and I'd be like, PH. And my mom was like, what you singing?
Yeah.
You know what you singing? I'm like, Phillies? Do you smoke? No, I don't. I had to get gamed up. Like,
Yeah.
I love that song, though.
Yeah, want me to tell you who?
Who?
Redman.
Redman?
Redman popularized Philly blunts.
See,
He got album covers with Philly blunts in his ear.
Damn. See, I wasn't up on Redman back then.
I know.
Not when I was on Yuck Mouth.
Yeah, Yuck Mouth came later. Yuck Mouth came about 4 years later.
Dang, see, that's why I love this hip hop stuff, because I like being educated. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like your confidence is all based off your knowledge, and I'm a real confident person, and so I'll speak on something like I know, but when I don't, I'm like, oh shit, let me get back in my lane. You feel me? Like,
I'm gonna ask you a couple of random questions now.
throw them at me.
Okay.
'Cause it's all learning. It's all growth.
Favorite Wu-Tang Clan member?
The METHOD. Man, until I heard Inspection Deck verse on Triumph. I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define. Look, I know that whole song by heart.
Yeah.
Like, my brother threw out my Wu-Tang CD back in the day when I was young, my tape, because he didn't like that I listened to East Coast music. A lot of people don't know I like East Coast music more than West Coast. And being right here, he was like the big old pop rider and all this. Man, he did not rock with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my brother like, man, you on that East Coast stuff? Like, so I always had an infatuation. It wasn't even just a liking. I had an infatuation. While everybody was diehard Pac fans, I used to be like, yeah, all right.
But Pac was from the East Coast.
And that's what, look, you know, because people still be, I seen somebody say something like, you know, if Pac was still alive, man, it's a lot of people who wouldn't be out right now. And I'm like, why you say that? Because, I mean, it's not like, I mean, he did what he wanted to do. He was an individual. It's not like he was like, he might have been the only artist who successfully was on both sides of the coast and did his thing, and nobody tripped off of it.
Do you think that if he was alive, that him and Biggie would have came to amends?
By now, I think so. Hell yeah. After seeing all these rappers diss each other and get cool, I think, well, I don't know, though, because Pac was a different breed, man.
Yeah.
You know, he was very passionate on the stuff that he stuck behind. But at the same token, he also was compassionate. So maybe stuff could have came out a different way. But you know how the hood stuff plays.
Yeah, I don't
Somebody
know.
think that she
I
got popped?
Like, I've never seen Pac double back on nothing.
I was about to say, and that's a whole nother different type of politics. When you think somebody set you up to get popped,
Yeah.
that's like, you know, that's like with the whole Gucci Jeezy stuff. People be like, you know, I don't see why Gucci's still dissing him. It's like, bro, do you realize what legally happened?
Yeah, a lot of people
on
don't.
paper?
So that's another question that I was gonna ask you right after this one: Young Money or Cash Money?
Cash Money. Cash Money.
Okay.
Because Young Money, I'm gonna just say Drake and Nicki and Wayne on the songs with Young Money, but since Wayne is part of Young Money too, and he's already a derivative of Cash Money, you pull him out.
But the crazy thing about it is that Young Money has been lasting longer than Cash Money. Young Money been making hits for the last 12 years?
Who's the parent label?
Cash Money.
So
But first,
really
watch this. First don't always mean above though.
No. First don't mean above, but if you getting a percentage off everything, baby, the winner, he been getting money off everybody from the 99, 2000s up to now. Like,
yeah, but that ain't really the same question though.
I mean, when you talk about popularity and notoriety, and then, I mean,
like who had your favorite music, Cash Money or
Cash
Young
Money?
Yeah, me too.
Easy.
So this is the question.
I never made it through a whole Nicki Minaj album. I don't think I made it through any full album of any of them except Drake and Tyga.
Okay.
Just being real, and I bet most of the public hasn't either.
So this was the question that I asked Tajay that was sitting here.
Shout
Who
out
had
to
the
Tajay.
Who had the best music? I mean, what was your favorite era of music? 1991 to 95 or 96 to 99?
It's got to be 96 to 99 for me because 91, I wasn't up on game. Like, I was still like, I wasn't focused on that stuff. You know what I mean? I can't tell you nothing about what was in 91. But 99, oh yeah. Like Jay-Z. Like, Big L was one of my favorite rappers, but later in life. He became my favorite rapper after he died.
Yeah.
Like, because I wasn't up on game like that. You feel me? Like, I'd be listening to stuff. Like I said, I listened to a lot of East Coast music, but I didn't know who was who. But I remember just listening to a stray of songs, and I'm like, oh, this is the same guy. And it's crazy is, by the time he became my favorite rapper, I found out he died on my birthday. So that was like a mind jogger. Like, I didn't even know that.
Big L or Rap and Rhyme?
Come on, man. I'm going to say Big L, but my town rapping rhyme. See,
I'm
going to say Big L.
You know, I'm going to say Ron, but I'm going to tell you this, though. They were pretty much like the difference between Kyrie Irving
And Steph Curry.
No. Kyrie Irving would be Big L, and Rap and Rhyme would be like Westbrook. One was rough, one was smooth.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. See, my Father Don was really one of my favorite, like, you know, when I talk about the OG stuff.
Hey, look at this fool ass. He over there nodding his head because Father Don is from North Oakland.
Come on,
look at
man.
him nodding his head.
I got a salute for the soil. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Father Dom's son, man. Shout out to my guy Malcolm, man.
Yeah.
But that's, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get out of here, man, tell people where they can find you at.
Spittin, STSPITTIN on everything. On Twitter, on Instagram. I don't be on my Twitter like that as much, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I've been trying to get off social media as much because I just got a lot of stuff I need to focus on. But Spittin everything. Like I say, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, SoundCloud, all streaming platforms. Yeah. You feel me? I'm real easy to find. To find. Footwork, FOOTWRK. You feel me? I'm .store. I'm easy to find, man.
Well, thanks for coming out, man.
Come on, man. I couldn't wait to get here, brother.
Thanks, cuz.
It's love.
And I am L-Deez, also known Lawrence One, for another episode of I Need to Know. And as usual, come on, you know what I want.